हाय दिस इज प्रियंका यू आर वाचिंग इट सिंपल। आज की वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं क्लास 7th के चैप्टर 7 के बारे में। चांदनी एन ओल्ड मैन कॉल्ड अबू खान lived alone in Almora. His only companion were his few pet goats. He gave them very funny names. He would call them out for grazing in the daytime and talk to them like one's own children. At the right, he would put a string around the neck of each goat. Abu was unlucky as one of his goats broke the string, freed themselves, and disappeared into the hills. As they loved their freedom, though they ran away whenever they could, but they were eaten by an old wolf who lived in the hills. Abu was not only sad but also was puzzled as to why, in spite of all the good food and affection, did his goat ran straight into the jaws of death. For them, freedom meant struggle, hardship, and even death. Finally, when all the goats had left Abu, he decided not to keep any goats as pets. But he felt very lonely, so he bought a young goat with the hope that it would begin to love him and never want to go to the hills. The young goat, which Abu got this time, was white as snow and was very friendly, so he called her Chandni. He narrated stories to her about friends, and like this, 7 years passed. So Abu thought that she would never leave him, but Chandni had a different plan. She found the hilltops very charming and hated the rope that tied her. She stopped eating the green leaves and lost her appetite. She refused to listen to Abu's stories and looked madly at the hills. Finally, she opened her heart to him and said that she would die if she was not allowed to go to the hills. Abu warned her of the risk that was involved because of the dangerous wolf who would eat her up. But she was ready to face this danger and fight the wolf also. When Abu heard this, he got very angry and he pushed her into a small hut and shut the door. Still, Chandni managed to escape through the small window that night. When she reached the hill, she felt welcomed. In fact, it was the happiest day in her life as she was amused by the tall grass, the flowers, and the wind. She wanted to enjoy her freedom alone and refused to join the group of wild goats also. When the sun set behind the hills, she heard a strange sound coming from the bushes. She realized that it was the grunt of the dangerous wolf and felt scared but decided to put a good fight. When the wolf came near her and started staring at her greedily, she was ready to fight like a brave soldier. The fight began and continued throughout the night. As the day broke, she lay bathed in blood, ready to be eaten up by the wolf. A bird sitting on the top of the tree thought that the wolf had won the battle, but a wise old bird firmly declared that Chandni was the winner.